When news surrounding Joni Lamb's final goodbye began circulating online, many followers were left asking a difficult question. Why did such a significant moment receive so little attention from mainstream media? For years, Joni Lamb built a reputation as a respected Christian broadcaster, author, and inspirational voice who touched countless lives through television, ministry, and personal outreach. Yet as conversations about her legacy and farewell spread among supporters, many felt that the coverage failed to reflect the impact she had on millions of viewers. Today, we're looking at why so many people believe mainstream media overlooked Joni Lamb's influence, the emotional reactions from her supporters, and how her legacy continues to resonate with audiences around the world. For decades, Joni Lamb became a familiar face to viewers who turned to faith-based programming for encouragement, spiritual guidance, and hope. Through her work in Christian broadcasting, she helped create a platform where conversations about faith, family, healing, and perseverance could reach homes across the globe. Her influence extended far beyond television ratings. For many viewers, she became a trusted voice during some of life's most challenging moments. Supporters often describe Joni as someone who understood the power of connection. Whether she was interviewing guests, sharing personal experiences, or discussing faith-related topics, she had a way of making audiences feel seen and understood. That ability helped her build a loyal following over the years and established her as one of the most recognizable personalities in Christian media. When discussions surrounding her final goodbye emerged, many expected widespread recognition from major news outlets. Instead, some supporters felt that the coverage remained limited compared to what is often given to celebrities, entertainers, or public figures from other industries. This perception sparked frustration among longtime followers who believed her contributions deserved greater acknowledgement. One reason many supporters feel disappointed is because Joni's influence was measured differently than that of traditional mainstream celebrities. While she may not have appeared regularly on entertainment news programs or Hollywood red carpets, her reach within faith communities was undeniable. Millions of viewers watched her broadcasts, attended events connected to her ministry, and followed her work for years. To those supporters, the lack of extensive coverage highlighted a larger issue. They argue that mainstream media often focuses heavily on entertainment, politics, and sports, while overlooking influential figures who have made substantial contributions within religious communities. As a result, they believe important stories can sometimes be underrepresented despite having a meaningful impact on large audiences. Social media quickly became a place where these concerns were openly discussed. Supporters shared memories of how Joni's programs helped them through grief, illness, financial struggles, and personal hardships. Many described her broadcasts as a source of comfort during difficult seasons of life. These personal testimonies painted a picture of someone whose influence extended far beyond television screens. Others pointed out that Joni's legacy was built not on controversy or headlines, but on consistency. Year after year, she remained committed to sharing messages of faith and encouragement. While that approach may not always generate dramatic news coverage, supporters argue that it is precisely what made her impact so significant. The conversation also raised broader questions about how society measures influence. Is a person's importance determined by media attention, or is it determined by the lives they touch? For many of Joni's followers, the answer is obvious. They believe her true legacy can be found in the countless stories of people who found hope, strength, and encouragement through her work. As tributes continued appearing online, many supporters expressed disappointment but also gratitude. They acknowledged that while mainstream media may not have highlighted her contributions as extensively as they hoped, the people whose lives she influenced would continue carrying her message forward. In that sense, they argued, her legacy remains secure regardless of headlines. Many followers shared emotional memories of watching her programs with family members. Some remembered gathering around television sets during difficult periods in their lives. Others recalled specific episodes or interviews that provided guidance when they needed it most. These stories demonstrated the personal connection many viewers felt with her over the years. Another reason supporters were frustrated involves what they perceive as unequal treatment in media coverage. They noted that entertainment figures often receive extensive tributes and retrospectives, while influential faith leaders may receive only brief mentions despite decades of service. Whether one agrees with that perspective or not, it reflects a sentiment that was widely shared among Joni's audience. At the same time, some observers suggested that media organizations often prioritize stories based on audience demographics and editorial focus rather than personal importance. From that viewpoint, differences in coverage may not necessarily reflect a judgment about someone's value or accomplishments. Nevertheless, many supporters felt that Joni's contributions warranted broader recognition. What became clear throughout these discussions was the depth of appreciation people had for her work. Messages from viewers consistently emphasized kindness, compassion, and authenticity. Rather than focusing solely on professional achievements, many tributes highlighted the personal qualities that made Joni relatable and respected. Several supporters described her as a source of stability in a rapidly changing world. Through years of cultural shifts and social changes, they felt she remained committed to her beliefs and values. That consistency earned admiration from audiences who appreciated her straightforward approach and unwavering dedication. The emotional response also revealed something important about modern media consumption. While traditional news organizations continue to play a significant role, communities increasingly create their own spaces for remembrance and tribute. Through social media, video platforms, and online forums, supporters were able to celebrate Joni's legacy regardless of how much attention mainstream outlets provided. In many ways, those grassroots tributes became more meaningful than formal news coverage. People shared personal stories, photographs, favorite memories, and messages of gratitude. The result was a collective remembrance driven by genuine appreciation rather than editorial decisions. As discussions continued, many supporters emphasized that Joni's impact cannot be measured solely through ratings, articles, or media mentions. Instead, they pointed to transformed lives, strengthened faith, and years of encouragement as evidence of her lasting influence. For them, these outcomes matter far more than headlines. The conversation surrounding her final goodbye also served as a reminder that influence often exists in places mainstream media may overlook. While some public figures command widespread attention because of fame or controversy, others quietly shape communities through years of dedicated service. Joni's supporters believe she belongs firmly in that second category. Ultimately, the debate over media coverage reflects a deeper desire for recognition and respect. Those who admired Joni Lamb wanted to see her contributions acknowledged on a broader stage. They felt that her decades of work, commitment to faith-based broadcasting, and impact on millions of viewers deserved greater visibility. Yet despite their disappointment, most supporters reached the same conclusion. They recognized that a person's legacy is not determined by the number of articles written about them or the amount of television coverage they receive. Legacy is built through relationships, influence, and the lives touched along the way. For Joni Lamb's followers, that legacy remains very much alive. It exists in the viewers who found hope through her words, the families who watched her programs together, and the countless individuals who felt encouraged during difficult moments because of her message. Whether mainstream media fully recognize that influence or not, her supporters believe her impact speaks for itself. And as tributes continue to be shared, one thing remains clear. For those whose lives were touched by her work, Joni Lamb's final goodbye is not simply a moment of loss. It is a reminder of a legacy that continues to inspire long after the cameras stop rolling.